Good afternoon, this is your 3 PM bulletin from Solent Sports News with me, Gurpreet Singh. Southampton's new appointment Mark Hughes held his first press conference earlier today ahead of their FA Cup tie against Wigan. We can actually cross over live now to St Mary's Stadium to where our reporter Jack Stevens has more. Hi Jack. We seem to be having some technical difficulties there, but we will come back shortly to that story there. But moving on, Chelsea boss Antonio Conte is still unsure of who to play in goal for their FA Cup tie against Leicester on Sunday. Current number 1 Thibaut Courtois played in their 3-0 defeat to Barcelona on Wednesday, but Willy Caballero has played in every FA Cup game for the Blues this season.
We are talking about two good goalkeepers, Thibaut and Willy. We don't have rules for the competitions, and I repeat, on Sunday I'll try to make the best decision because we want to try to go to the next round.
The draw for the Champions League and Europa League completed earlier today. Manchester City and Liverpool have drawn against one another in the Champions League, whilst Arsenal will face Russian side CSKA Moscow in the Europa League. The other exceptional fixture of the round is a repeat of last year's final, Real Madrid v Juventus. The quarter-finals will kick off early in April. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said that the tie will be difficult for both sides.
I knew it will be difficult, and that's difficult. The good news is for Man City difficult as well. It's hard work, and that's good so, because it's the last 8 in Europe, and if that would be easy, then something would be wrong.
So we spoke earlier about Mark Hughes having his first press conference, and now we are going to go live over to St Mary's Stadium to our reporter Jack Stevens, who has more. Sorry, we seem to be having technical difficulties there, but we will come back to Jack very soon. Moving on to cricket now, and left-arm spinner Jack Leach has been called up to England's Test tour of New Zealand. He replaces the injured leg spinner Mason Crane, who will be returning to England with a stress fracture in his lower back. Test vice-captain James Anderson believes Crane will come back stronger.
With that happening, we've just tried to focus on those learnings that we've got from the Scotland and France game and put them right in training, and then all of our focus lies is putting on a good performance and hopefully getting a win on Saturday.
Third time lucky, hopefully we are going to go over to St Mary's Stadium now where Jack Stevens, our reporter, has more. Hello Jack. We will continue trying to reach Jack, but moving on to rugby now, and the Six Nations tournament concludes tomorrow with Ireland taking on England. Ireland have already been confirmed as champions following their win over Scotland and England's defeat to France. Ahead of Ireland v England at Twickenham, the red and white fullback Anthony Watson isn't thinking about a third defeat.
We probably haven't hit the heights that we're capable of just yet in this competition. I think probably more than winning the game in the Grand Slam, that's been our focus this week, is trying to, as a team, fulfil our potential a little bit more than we have over the last 4 rounds.
It's the 4th day of the 2018 Cheltenham Festival, and there are 7 races going ahead, including the Gold Cup at 3:30 PM. Native River and Might Bite are the favourites for the Gold Cup race, with Native River finishing 3rd in last year's competition. Joe Tizard, son of Colin Tizard, who trains Native River, says that the race is wide open.
It's a wide open Gold Cup. Might Bite's an extremely talented horse, but you wouldn't want to put your life on the line with him. It's a wide open race. It's not a 2-horse race, that's for certain.
And now moving on to golf, and Tiger Woods says he's recovered the feel of playing golf tournaments after continuing his impressive comeback form. The 14-time major winner is 4 under par after the first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, 4 shots behind leader Henrik Stenson.
Around that age, 2021, you are susceptible to those stress injuries. But I think
I was struggling there for a number of years there, and it was a very difficult life to live. and now I'm on this side, and just very thankful to be here.
Great Britain snowboarding trio Ben Moore, James Barnes-Miller and Owen Pick all missed out on medals in their Winter Paralympics event. Moore was 7th in the SPUL upper limb category, 3 places ahead of Barnes-Miller. It means Britain remain on 5 medals, 2 short of the UK sport target of 7, with 2 days of competition remaining in Pyeongchang. We are now going to go over to St Mary's Stadium, who can finally speak to Jack Stevens on Mark Hughes' first press conference. Jack, hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm good. I'm here at a very sunny St Mary's. Just come out of the press conference. It was very positive, actually. Sparky, as he's often referred, was full of energy and confident that he could keep the Saints up. One thing he seems intent on doing is keeping the press sweet, because he started off by giving us all a box of donuts, which helped create a good atmosphere that the club seems to have been lacking recently. He did say that he was slightly nervous about the morale of his side, considering their current form, but the willingness of the players actually did impress him.
When you walk into a club, you're always a little bit apprehensive in terms of what you're going to find. Are you going to find a group of players that are disenfranchised? Are they fragmented as a group? Are their levels too low that you can't, in the space of time you've got, to bring them up? But I haven't seen that, which is really encouraging. So I've got a good group, a willing group that's ready to work to make sure that we're successful.
Southampton travelled to Wigan this weekend in the FA Cup quarter-finals, and Hughes has labelled this a welcome distraction and an opportunity to raise spirits among the team and fans by booking a trip to Wembley. One person backing the new manager is Saints legend Matt Le Tissier.
Yeah, I think in the position we're in, I think we needed somebody to come in. It's a short period of time, so you needed someone with experience of the league. And I think with over 400 games managing the Premier League, Mark's certainly got that experience, and hopefully he can draw upon every single bit of it to get us out of the trouble we're in.
The fans themselves offered a mixed reaction in terms of the appointment, with some feeling the move should have probably been made towards Christmas time.
I would have preferred someone more exciting than that. It's a bit of a same as, you know, no progress.
I think it's pretty decent. I think he's a good manager. He did well at like Stoke, and I think he'll do a good job and keep them up.
Well, he's a Premier League experienced manager, and that's what we need.
I think Saints have just appointed someone to not really do anything. I think it's not going to steady the ship at all, and I can only see him really getting relegated now.
We wanted to thank you, Jack Stevens, there, who was outside St Mary's Stadium, and we look forward to Southampton's match, of course, with Wigan for the FA Cup quarter final. But that's all for now. But join us in an hour for more sports news. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website, solentjournalism.co.uk, and also reach us on Twitter at Solent Sports News. But goodbye.